Hola and welcome to Merida.
Y con tus labios rosados yo me muero por una prueba de placer.
Alrighty, fellow travelers, welcome back to the Adventures of a Traveling Don. My name is Benjamin O, and today we are here in the beautiful city of Merida in the state of Yucatan here in Mexico. I am super excited. I have seen a lot of videos about this place that looks absolutely fantastic. It is known as the safest city in Mexico. I've been here a couple days, and I can definitely co-sign on that. I have not felt, insecure whatsoever walking around even at night. Now, I wouldn't recommend, 2 o'clock in the morning. People get drunk, stuff happens, but it happens anywhere. But here in this city has been fantastic. The people have been absolutely amazing. So I'm going to show you this city, and we're going to start here at Paseo Montejo.
Siempre que estoy a tu lado, lo que siento, nadie más lo podrá saber. Vamos y sin censura, yo te hago todo a ti dulzura. ¿Qué pasó?
So at the head of Paseo Montejo here is the Patria Monument, and this is absolutely amazing. It tells the story of Mexico, and particularly maybe in this area as well. So it has a lot of Mayan depictions, it has a lot of Spanish colonial depictions, it has dates for different major events here in Mexico in the last 2-3 centuries that have been documented. It is absolutely fantastic. I just love the detail that went into all of this. Is just absolutely amazing. Yeah, if you're ever on Montejo, you have to come up to the head of it here on the north side and check out this monument and do a full circle around it. Don't just do what you see from the front. Do the whole circle. It is amazing, the detail to this monument. It's absolutely fantastic.
Como tú lo mueves, pam, haciendo locura en la mañana. Si alguien te pregunta, no ha pasado nada.
So when you come to Merida, make a point to come and just take a stroll down Paseo Montejo. It is this beautiful, well-ordered, just massive street that runs from the Monumento Patria all the way down towards the central district. And I think it's maybe about that whole area is maybe about 2 miles each way. But it's really cool because they have all these Spanish style architectural mansions that are just absolutely gorgeous. Reminds me of some of the places in Madrid or Seville when I was there, when I was in Spain. But it is fantastic. There's always something going on. I know my first day here, I was walking down Paseo Montejo, and all of a sudden there was a political rally happening. There was a marathon, I guess some kind of bike and marathon going on. It was there was so much going on. I'm like, it's 8 o'clock. I haven't even had tea or anything to eat or anything like that, and so much is happening around me. But it is a really cool street, and just nice to just kind of walk down. Very well shaded. There's trees all the way down both sides, but the mansions are what you really want to see and get those pictures of, because they're actually really cool. So as you're coming down Paseo Montejo, take off to Calle 45, 45th Street, and come down just 1 block to this little place, El Barrio. If you are looking for something to eat for breakfast or maybe even lunch, this place is fantastic. It's a cute little local spot, organic food, amazing. I had their croque El Barrio, which was black bread with cheese, almost like pancetta, pork, and of course a fried egg on top. Is all kind of together. There's also a little chorizo as well. But man, that was absolutely fantastic. Yeah, El Barrio if you're looking for something to eat, just a block off of Montejo. Now, let's continue on, shall we? So after you've had breakfast at El Barrio, come right down the street here to Park de Santa Ana, or Santa Ana Park, basically. They have the old 18th century church there. It's just this quaint, beautiful little park. Lots of benches, lots of shade. You can kind of sit, relax. The buildings around here are very colorful. I love all of this stuff around here. And Calle 60, which is basically runs parallel to, or perpendicular, depending on what part of the park you're on, to the Santa Ana Park, is an art gallery street. So there's about 5 or 6 art galleries that run up and down Calle 60. I went into one called Nawali. It was a family-owned and family-run art gallery. Basically, their house is right in the back of the gallery. It was really cool. They also have like a couple of different people from like Oaxaca that, you know, showcase their stuff at the gallery. But if you're into art galleries, definitely come here to Park Santa Ana, and up and down Calle 60 is where you're gonna find some great art galleries. But yeah, it's just a nice little park to hang out and relax. I think there's a few food vendors depending on the day, and it looks like they're actually setting up for some Christmas lights, because I'm shooting this at the end of November, so that might actually be happening soon too. So that's kind of a cool thing to keep in mind. If you come around December, they'll have like little Christmas light stuff up for you guys as well. But anyway, let's continue on, shall we?
Tu piel caramelizada, el pecado, pronto voy a cometer esa voz tan delicada.
Probably gonna say this many times throughout this video, but the beauty of Merida is fantastic. Like the next park that I'm at here is in Santa Lucia Park, and it's a small little park, just probably about the same size as Santa Ana. But what's really cool about this one is it has a bunch of different restaurants and bars, and they even have like a stage where I think they do like weekly dancing stuff as well. And this is where you want to come for, they have this massive, you know, it's like the kissing chair that you saw if you saw my my Cancun video, but they have like this huge one. It's absolutely massive. And there's always like a queue for people to take pictures and whatnot. But it is just a beautiful little park to come and relax, probably enjoy some activities, and of course, get yourself a drink or something like that. But yeah, Santa Lucia Park. This is really cool. Now, of course, you know, you're in Mexico, most of the time it is pretty hot, particularly out here in Merida. So I had to go ahead and stop and get some gelato. I got a fresa con limon here at a place called Pola. It's right down the street from the Santa Lucia Park. And let's go ahead and give this a try real quick, shall we? Whoa. That is very, very good gelato. Oh, nice and cool too. Something you need when it's like 90 degrees outside right now.
No demuestra lo que tú haces con mi piel. Vamos y sin censura, yo te hago todo a ti, dulzura. Que para eso esto yo solo cuéntate. Y si tú quieres te pone a buscar. Como tú lo mueves, rapa, pam, pam, haciendo locura en la mañana.
So the history of Merida goes all the way back to 2600 BC, when the Mayans basically ruled this area. And, you know, it was theirs for millennia until about 1512, when the Spanish came in and they conquered and colonized this area and turned this into what is now Merida. And behind me, if you're looking at for history and a little bit of religion as well, is the second oldest church here in Merida. This is Iglesia Jesus. It's got 2 different parks on both sides. I mean, this literally should just be a video about the parks of Merida, because there's a park everywhere and it's absolutely fantastic. I love this kind of like nature and like the mixture of, you know, European style architecture. But what's cool about this, and kind of sad as well, about this particular cathedral behind me, is the fact that this iglesia was made with stones from old Mayan temples, and occasionally I think there are some of the stones somewhere along this, whether it's inside or along the outside facade, that still have like Mayan markings to them. So there is a mixture of the cultures within this building, which is kind of cool. So, but yeah, this is Iglesia de Jesus. All right, so we have made it to Parque Central Merida, or Merida's Central Park, and this place is awesome. It's basically right in the center of the historical district here in Merida, and it's just got these beautiful buildings all around it. You have the cathedral, you have the municipal palace, but just within the park itself, there's a lot of different places to just sit, relax. It's just like a lot of beautiful trees. Right now, because Christmas is coming up shortly, they have a nativity scene right in the center of it, which is really cool. I want to come back here later on tonight and see it lit up. It's got to be absolutely epic. But yeah, this is kind of like where you want to centralize yourself if you're in Merida and kind of go from here. But this is just a beautiful park. You could spend almost all day just, you know, relaxing, maybe have a book, reading, or you have all these pigeons that will just fly by you at any point in time. I was told, never sit under trees at nighttime anywhere. Otherwise, you're gonna get pooped on. So, but yeah, this is Merida Central Park. So if you're into history and you like kind of like the old kind of like Spanish colonial style mansions, come here to Casa Montejo. It's right off from the main Central Park, and most of it is now converted into one of the national banks. However, the bank itself did open up part of the mansion into kind of like an exhibit. So it's about like really like 3 or 4 rooms to check out, but they kept it in the style of, you know, 18th, 19th century Spanish and Mexican, you know, upper class. So, but it's a kind of like, and it's free to go into. So it's basically a nice little quick free museum.
Cosas que nunca decepcionan, pero es mejor bien arrechado. No vamos pa'l hotel o pa' otro lado. Como dice Balvin, esta vaina no acaba. Esa es mi zona. Cosas que nunca decepcionan, pero es mejor bien arrechado. No vamos pa'l hotel o pa' otro lado. Y como quieras, mami, yo estoy a tu lado.
If you're into local markets, this one behind me, I believe, is the biggest one in Merida, and that is Mercado Lucas de Gaves. So let's go ahead and go inside and check it out real quick.
Ven y atrápame, hagamos jueguitos que de chiquito no podía hacer. Dale, bésame, ven y atrápame, que ahora adultos sabemos bien lo que vamos a hacer.
This place is like a freaking maze. You can get lost in here. Just like stall after stall after stall. Holy crap.
Dale, bésame, ven y atrápame, hagamos jueguitos que de chiquito no pude hacer. Dale, bésame, ven y atrápame.
Dear God, that place was heaving. Holy crap. I mean, that was a lot of fun because it's just like, you know, stalls after stalls after stalls. There was so much in there. It's just like information overload. You can pretty much buy everything that you need, from food to clothes to electronics to just everything you can find in there is there. I mean, my God, that's one of the biggest markets I think I've ever seen. And it's not just inside. Every inch of the streets on all 4 sides of the streets that surround the market also have stalls all over the place. So it's like, you have your pick of the litter when it comes to that. So, but yeah, I got some live music going on here. But man, that market was really cool.
Atrápame, que ahora adultos sabemos bien lo que vamos a hacer.
So by the way, if you're looking for a place to stay here in Merida, I highly recommend Ken and Moya's Airbnb if it's available. I will leave a link in the description for this particular Airbnb. It is absolutely fantastic. Like, it's super modern, it's gated, you know, you have basically your own unit. You're not in a place where, like I was in Cancun, which was nice, but I had neighbors in, you know, respective rooms. This is your own place, and it's got a massive kitchen. It's got its own stove and oven and microwave, kind of like kitchen island. It's got a nice dining area, and then of course the living room. The bedroom is fantastic. The bathroom is amazing. It has a walk-in closet, which is, I don't even need that, but you know, if you need a walk-in closet, it's fantastic. And then of course the big thing, just like in Cancun, this place has a pool, but because it's a private place, it is your own little private pool, and it is absolutely amazing. I pretty much used it every day that I've been here so far. It is a phenomenal feature. And I think it's like 45 bucks a night with cleaning fees and taxes. 5 nights here cost me a little over 300 bucks. If you're doing that as a couple, that is a great deal. So yeah, I will definitely leave a link in the description for this particular Airbnb. Nothing like relaxing in the pool after being out for the afternoon and walking around. Man, this is an awesome spot. I do have to say, I am loving Merida so far. The people are so nice, you know. I mean, I met some awesome people both in Playa and in Cancun, but it's like almost everywhere I go, it's like people are saying hello. Very rarely is anybody hawking me, you know, even when I'm at the markets and stuff like that. You know, someone, you know, occasionally like at the park will come up and, you know, kind of shake a little mask, like, you want? Be like, no, I don't follow you. You know, in Cancun and Playa, sometimes they'll follow you a little bit, or they'll like continue talking as you're walking away. But it's like the moment you say no gracias here, they're like, okay, cool, next person. So, and like most of the people I have met just randomly walking by, you know, even if they don't speak a lot of English and I don't speak a whole lot of Spanish, they're very kind. It's just, I don't know, this is just a really happy place to live. I could totally be an expat in places like Merida. If it wasn't just so consistently damn hot. Today is the coolest day and it's still like 85. But yeah, so I'm gonna relax here and then we are gonna go out. So I will see you guys out tonight, and we're gonna go see if they have any lights up in Central Park and all that kind of good stuff, and then go grab something to eat. So, but anyway, I'll see you guys tonight. All right, and we are back out into the night of Merida. So interesting thing, when you come around to the time of Christmas, when you come down all the way to the south end of Paseo Montejo, there'll be like a small little square, which is only foot traffic. And this is where they'll have the big tree. They haven't lit it up yet. They've just started to get some of the other lights on. But this is, if you're here around Christmas time, this is where the big tree will be, all lit up. And it's actually, this, even without that, this whole thing is starting to look really cool. I'm wondering if they're gonna do like some markets or something here. Yeah, no, this it's slowly beginning to feel like Christmas, guys. All right, let's head down to Centro again. Okay, so before we get to the main square, I had to check out this place. It's Santa Lucia Park. So we are back at Santa Lucia Park at a place called Rosa Sur 32. It's a Mexican restaurant, and it's kind of like mid-scale. It's not high scale, but it is like a mid-scale restaurant. But the thing was, everything on their menu looked fantastic, and I had to try it, and so far it has been amazing. They bring you out like on the mousse, basically bread with some kind of like, I think it's like a chaya pesto or something like that. It's very light. It's not butter, but it's really good. And then I got myself, I got to eat some greens, so I got a green salad. And literally, their green salad of the day is everything green. It's like mixed greens, it's green papitas, it is green apples, it was kiwi, green peppers. Basically, they threw a mixed bag of green stuff in there, and it was really good. And the piece de resistance is a duck dish, so it's like duck breast cooked medium, and it's got like this sweet potato and apple puree with it. It's like, it looks so good, and they cooked it perfectly, so we're gonna go ahead and give this a try real quick. Oh, that duck is very tender. That is delicious, yeah. I'm definitely recommending Rosa Sur 32 here at Santa Lucia Park. And this place really comes alive right now at night. It's like all the bars and restaurants are fully open, so there's just like so much movement, so much going on, and all, you know, just the whole light setup is fantastic. So yeah, definitely check this place out for dinner. right, so we've made it back to Central Park. It doesn't look like they've yet started the Christmas lights for the nativity scene. Everything is up, but I'm gonna guess they're probably gonna wait for the 1st of December. I'm shooting this on the 29th of November. So I might be a couple days too early for all of that. However, I still recommend coming down here at night because the park is nice, particularly when the sun goes down and it cools down a bit. You got a nice light breeze. It's maybe like, you know, 72, 73. The humidity's not as bad. It's really nice. It's lit really well. And then you have some of the buildings like the cathedral behind me. And then you also have the municipal palace and all the buildings around it just like lit up. And it's absolutely fantastic. Like, this is a really, really nice spot, daytime or nighttime. This is really cool. All right, so we got one more thing I want to try. I've had my dinner. Now it's time to get something sweet. So we're gonna go get ourselves a marquesita. Never had one. I've seen them in videos done by the country collectors and other people that have done videos here in Mexico. I need a marquesita here in Merida. So let's go get one. All right, so I am after the marquesitas. I was actually in line to get one, and then the police showed up and asked the guy to move because I guess, I don't know if they're not allowed around the streets of the main Central Park to park there and make them, because they just have like their little carts that they bike around. So I am off to go find. I saw them all up and down Montejo Street, so if you ever need one, definitely can get them on Montejo Street. But I had one right there. I was the next in line, and then the cop showed up and said, you gotta move. And I was like, no! All right, so we are on the hunt for the marquesita. And I got my marquesita. That was a journey. So basically, think of it almost like, so I guess you could say almost like a crepe or like a very thin quesadilla. And it's stuffed with whatever you want in there. It's like they can do like jam, cream cheese. They usually always put the shredded cheese on there. So I have Nutella and shredded cheese in there. So this is gonna be an interesting combo. We're gonna try this real quick. Oh my God. Oh, hang on. Ow. Oh my God. It's like sweet Nutella chocolate with like salty cheese. That's so good. And it's just crunchy, it's very light. Oh my God. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say oh my God, but oh my God. This is amazing. Marquesitas for the win. Okay, so to finish this video off, last thing we're doing is taking one of these horse carriage rides here. Very romantic if you're with someone, but I'm doing this so you guys can see what they do. Like, they do it throughout the day, but at nighttime it kind of gives you a different feel. It's like really cool. I think from here, from San Lucia Park all the way up to Montejo, it's about 400 pesos. So yeah, and they like the drivers will kind of give you like little points and whatnot along the way. But you know, if you've been out all day and your feet are tired and you don't want to take a cab or an Uber, you know, horse-drawn carriage is a nice romantic way of doing it. And it's a great way you get the open air as well. So, but anyway, guys, enjoy the horse-drawn ride back to Montejo. So, you know, it's a mixture of like old world and new world when your horse-drawn carriage stops at a red light. So, by the way, a big shout out to one place that I didn't get in this video today, but I've gone to a couple of times, is a place called Hop 3, and that is at the Paseo 60 shopping mall. And that place is actually really cool because it has a bunch of different restaurants, and then there's this one area where it's almost like a really nice food court area. They have like a churro place, they have an Italian spot, they have, of course, the beer spot. which is the Hop 3, which was absolutely fantastic. If you're into beers and the craft brewer scene, which is slowly growing here in Mexico, highly recommend Hop 3. And give a shout out to Alex, the owner of that place. He is, number one, he is a hoot to talk with, and he will give you all the info when it comes to craft brewing here in Mexico and places to go in other cities where you go. So, but yeah, if you want to do that, definitely check out Hop 3 at Paseo 60 Shopping Mall at the north end of, just off from Montejo Street. Okay, that was a good day out. I definitely got to see a good portion of, you know, this whole central area of Merida, and got to share with you the whole Montejo Street as well. There's so much here to do. It's just, it's surprising how big Merida actually is. Like, it's considered a cultural capital. So there's a lot of art, there's a lot of history, both Mayan and Spanish colonial. It's interesting coming from Playa and Cancun, which, you know, those two places, as far as I'm aware, generally have come up in the last century or so, and in case of Playa, really the last 30, 40 years. So, you know, it's interesting going to a place that's well more established and has, you know, its own unique history to it that spans back, you know, centuries. So, but man alive, that was a fun day out. Not as crazy as Cancun or Playa, but man, I had a great time. Merida has a place in my heart now. I mean, honestly, if it wasn't for it being so damn hot, probably most of the year, this would definitely be a spot on the list to potentially retire and, you know, be an expat. Definitely an awesome spot for sure. So yeah, it's not the safest city of Mexico for nothing. I mean, you have cops and police all over the place. The people here are super friendly, so it's just like, it is a great, great community here. So, but anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tour here of the city in Merida. I've got some stuff I got to get up early tomorrow for my next the next video that you guys will be seeing. That's going to be a lot of fun. Big tour coming up for that. But in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed everything here. If you liked the video, definitely give it that big old thumbs up. And then of course, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed as well. Also, if you'd like to help support the channel, I do have a Buy Me a Coffee account at buymeacoffee.com/traveldon. Definitely appreciate the support. Helps with continuing to make all of these videos. All right, guys. Well, until next time, I will see you guys on the next adventure. Until then, have a great night and peace out.